Hello, everyone. BBC Learning English. Okay.
Now, ask English.
Ask English.
Learn
Yeah.
English from Ask English.
Ask English. That's
So, yes. So today I have two guests. One is Paul. He's from Spain
Yes,
and he's Catalonian.
Catalan, yeah.
Catalan. Sorry, my bad.
Sure.
Catalan.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know. Learn it. So, and my second guest is Muhammad. He's from Iran. He's Arab.
He's not Arab.
Why? You guys are, he's Persian.
Yeah.
So,
One of the struggles and challenges that we Iranians always face with when we travel to like European countries or to the Western world is that they think we're Arabs, and we always have to say everyone, come on, we're Persians. We're coming from a really different bloodline, and this is a different genetics and things with a different story, culture.
different ethnicity.
Yeah.
Ethnicity is important. For an example, he's from Spain,
Yeah.
but he's Catalan, not Spanish.
Well, it's just like Catalonia is just a region inside Spain, so it's both Spanish and Catalan.
Okay.
They're
So
also
it's-
fighting for independence, right?
Yes, they're fighting. Like now it's weaker than before, but there was a time which was like really big, and there were like quite a few problems. You know, the thing about Arabs in Spain, especially, is that when they see an Arab person, there's this stereotype
Mm-hmm.
that they are from Morocco.
From Morocco.
Yes,
Okay.
all
Yeah,
Arabs
because
they
the
think they're
history was like this.
Yes.
The Arabs went to the Spain from
Yeah.
Morocco,
yeah.
and like they were there for 200 years, I guess.
Yes, and they have this stereotype that they don't have that much money and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to boarding school and I've seen that people from I don't know Iran, Israel, Dubai, and places like this, which in Spain they would
There's
think,
no country
oh,
called Israel, though. There's no country called Israel.
well,
Okay.
It's not real.
yeah. So in Spain they would think just like they from Morocco, they might be dangerous. They don't have enough money. And then I've been to a boarding school and I've seen like most of them have quite a lot of money and they just
Okay.
work hard. and
Arabs are
everything.
rich, bro.
Yeah.
They are really
They
rich.
have oil.
They have oil, yeah.
We do have oil as well, but I don't know where the money goes.
To Arabs.
Yeah, to Arabs maybe.
Okay, so tell us something about you and what are you doing here and how London is treating you.
Well, I'm from Spain. I was in an English school, but then I wanted to move into the UK because I wanted to improve my English. So I went to a boarding school where I like met many cultures and so like how people from different cultures act and their behavior and everything. So whenever someone like a person would think they are mean, I know they're not mean. It's just their culture. So it's easier to understand people. And then I wanted to go to study to the US, but I was late on submissions. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna stay in London.
Okay. Can you give one example? Like you told us that sometimes people do something, some people think it's rude
Yeah.
according to their culture, but to the other person's culture, it's not rude. Can you give one example?
Maybe I don't know, shouting or being like really direct when they speak. Like
I mean, like, can you give us
like you
one
were saying,
story?
like shut up. We were talking about before. For some people, like here in the UK, they might think it's rude, but then I don't know, Spanish people or Chinese people also. I found out that they're like really straight when they speak. They're not like so gentle, and like they say in my culture like putting sugar so everything's sweeter and you don't offend other people.
Mm.
Okay, so it's this culture, like putting sugar, it's only in Europe or like only in UK?
I think maybe the UK, maybe I think Germany, like northern countries. I'd say maybe like Asian, like I'd say except from China.
Okay. So Chinese people,
Asian countries are like more straight, and maybe Hispanic countries also like Spain, South American places like this.
so as you mentioned about Asian country, So, Muhammad, you're from Asia, right?
Yes,
Iran, a
Iran,
very beautiful country,
Middle East.
very beautiful country. So, what do you think? Do you agree with Paul that we are like very straightforward and like from bottom of our heart, we don't try to insult someone. We just talk like this, like, hey, give me that. Hey, you shut up. Don't do this.
Well, specifically about Iran, because I haven't had contact with different people from other parts of Asia, like Chinese, Japanese
Hello,
people.
excuse me. I'm
Yeah,
from
no,
Bangladesh. I'm
except from
Asian.
you, except from you. But specifically to my culture, people are very formal and they try to be polite. But the first time that they let's say they contact with you, but it also depends on their background, that where they come from. Like I don't want to offend anyone, but I can say that people living in the capital city, that or at least the countries around that, sorry, the cities around the capital city Tehran, um, that's because they are a little bit more educated. Or some people, some let's say bigger cities and mega cities like Shiraz, Isfahan. So people are really educated there, so they try to be polite when they can, communicate with you. But some of them maybe are not like that, and they're very even more straightforward talking to you, and they don't care about, let's say, some rules, I can say, because to be polite is not a rule. This is like we can say, you cannot just say that Europeans are polite.
Okay,
You know,
give us that's a
you
good
cannot say
point.
that
What
just
you have made. Give us some example, like why we cannot say. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you. I'm gonna put my thought
mm-hmm.
on the table, but first I want to know why. What made you think like this way that no, European people are not polite? Give us some
No, I didn't
examples.
say European people are not polite.
Okay.
They are even very very polite here. Okay, and
According to the UK, British people, it's not Europe. It's
yeah,
UK.
it's UK now.
Europe is other nations.
Yeah,
As they say, oh, European. This guy is
Brexit and things.
European.
I think you might mean like not all Europeans are polite, but it's just like maybe how they're brought up. No?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How they're brought up, what city of that country they're coming from, because I think this is like international. It's I mean this is worldwide. We can expand it to the whole earth, that people living in the mega cities and the capital cities are more educated, so we can expect them to behave more politely.
Yeah.
And people from smaller towns, maybe that's because they have a different lifestyle. Okay, it's not about education. Maybe that's because of the let's say specific cultures that they have in that small town. So they act differently, and this is why when a person from a mega city faces with a person from a small town, they think that they are impolite. But no one is impolite. They are behaving according to what they have brought up, as exactly as you said.
No, I will interject with another thought that is, see, like in UK, okay, in UK, if you go in the countryside, if you go to other cities, not in city center, okay, or downtown, for Americans, downtown.
Yeah.
So,
Learn from Fahad.
so the point is, here everyone is educated, and according to my experience, the people from outside, people from out of London, they are more polite in UK. They're really polite, like genuinely polite. They are.
Do you mean English people living? Are you comparing English people living
No,
in
I'm
London?
saying in Europe as well. Like most of the cities, most of the countryside, they're educated. They're not illiterate. So their behavior, I believe, behavior depends on every other individual. Number one, and number two is, I'm talking only about Europe, because if you go other part of any countries or any continent, you are right in that sense, like in a village part, it's not their fault, it's their lackings of education, that they don't get that education how you should behave,
Mhm.
right? So, but I will say here, people misuse politeness. For an example, they use, let me give you one story, right? If you say something, for an example, if you say, I'm not happy with your work, and you are doing your work very weak way, or very bad, just say bad, what they will tell, oh, you are rude. So you can even speak your thought, they will say you are rude. You say you did it in a bad way. Okay, let me give you one example. That day, I was telling one guy that why is our that friend, and he was like, which friend? I said I forgot his name, but he's a bit fatty. Oh, you are rude. Why did you say
Why
he's
do
fat?
yeah, yeah.
Then I asked, what should I say? They say chubby. Then I told them,
What's the
what's the
difference then?
synonym of chubby? And he's like, big man. I said, what's the synonym of big man? Fat. I said, exactly. So see, in the name of politeness, they are making your life like, they're making your life problematic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You cannot say, if I'm fat, I'm fat. What's wrong with it? Accept it.
Mhm.
I will accept it, and if it bothers me, I'll go to gym.
Yes,
I will
of
exercise.
course,
I will eat healthy foods.
Yeah.
That's it. Right. So I believe that in the name of politeness, you are trying to make people shut. That you cannot say this to me.
True.
Right.
yes, because I feel like people nowadays get really offended really easily.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like they can get offended momentaneously, but not like for a long time. Like, for example, I recently got an essay mark from my tutor who's from Spain, and I did a mistake. Like, I quoted Darwin 2021, which was a book that I had, which I took some information from, and he was like, "Oh, by the way, Darwin was dead a long time ago," and I was like, ah, "Thank you." He was like,
Thank you for educating me.
Thank
You
you.
educator.
"Thank you. I'm second year of medical genetics students. I think I know that. He's not my neighbor." But I got pissed because I was like, okay, are you really gonna criticize so small things from my essay like this? But I was nervous, like maybe for a day, because he gave me like many wrong things to help me improve, and he didn't give me the mark. And I was like, holy, like I must have a zero, maybe to
Okay.
this essay.
I'm sorry to know that, but you deserve it.
I passed. He fucked up all my average with that essay, but
No,
Okay.
I
That's
guess that's
like-
your problem. You had to, find Darwin and just rent a house next to him.
Okay,
Try to be neighbor.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
No,
you
no, no.
finish. Okay. I'm gonna shift the questions that we all came here for education, right? So then, as I know that you are doing a business, which we're gonna know very soon,
yeah,
and you have a business as well, which is trading, forex
Mhm.
trading, and no, this guy is good. He made 100% profit just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
In 30 days.
in 30, okay, in 30 days.
That's
So
very
that's a
important
good thing.
point. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So now you guys gonna tell me that you studied something else,
yeah.
right? What did you study? First, tell them, and second, why did you move to business? And talk about your business, and then we're gonna come to you about your tradings as well, like why you moved in a different direction,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will talk about why learning English, proper English is important for the business.
Yeah.
Okay. So first tell me like which subject you are studying and then what business you are doing.
Yeah, sure. So, I'm studying medical genetics, which
Wow.
has nothing to do
Yeah.
with my business.
Your glasses says that.
Yeah.
It's biology because I was grown up in the seaside and now I live just in the middle of the mountain. I need to get the car whenever I want to go to the supermarket or anything because it's like 20 minutes away or 2 hours by foot. So I really like biology, but I don't like blood. I don't know why. I get really dizzy, so I said not gonna do medicine. I did some research and I do medical genetics. But then, after living 5 years here in the UK, I've seen a big cultural gap
Okay.
between like British people and Hispanic people, because British people are more closed and Hispanic people are more like
In
outgoing.
short,
Hispanic
they are
people?
boring.
Hispanic, because it's like Spanish. South American people are more like outgoing.
Okay.
If, for example, if you go partying and there's like a group of English people or maybe like more Northern European people,
Mm-hmm.
it's more difficult that if you go and speak with them, they will be like cheerful and they will want to be your friends because
Okay.
they already have their group.
Mm-hmm.
But
I disagree. I what I believe is that they are friendly, they are welcoming, they are polite, but they don't know how to like mix with people.
Yeah.
More accurately, they know, but their way is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It's my experience. It's totally different, but they take times.
it
They
takes
take time,
Yeah.
and when like slowly, if you mix with them, then they will be like free with you. Still, they will be like that. They are not like Asian people, like, hey bro, what's up? Yeah, yeah, let's go, hi. No,
Yeah.
maybe like from their ethnicity, they are like this, like, yes, okay, ha ha ha, ha. Nice, good
Mm.
job,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. If I have a friend, I will never tell him, nice to meet you, bro, again. See you tomorrow. I'll say, okay, fuck you, bye. This is how
Yeah.
we are, right?
Yeah.
Or in Espanol, they say like, I have a Spanish friend. They're like, okay, bro, see you tomorrow, and do this, or see you, but or like, ciao. That's it. But British people, they're different kind.
Yeah.
They're, yeah, if I be honest, they're boring, but this is the way they are.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
continue.
know. So, for example, I compare it to a story. I have, a man. A man is your
Aman,
friend.
yes.
I was one
That
day.
guy who is spending more money
Yes.
than making it,
Making zero.
spending one quid.
£1.
Yeah.
So, we're one day.
Aman, I love you. But why are you gay?
So we're one day partying, and we're like, let's go and grab a drink. And he just stops with a group of girls, and he starts talking. So I said, okay, I'm gonna join them because we're just going to grab a drink. But he stopped. I'll go back with him, and we started to talk and everything. And then we left, and I was like, oh, do you know them? And he was like, no, I just said hi. And one of the girls told him that she lived close to where he lived, and they just started talking like if they knew each other, like
And
for
that girl's ethnicity was
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
Half, I think it was half Spanish, half Arab.
Okay.
Okay.
Habibi.
And they started talking, and then I started talking with them, and it was like everything was so fluent. It was not forced, like it might happen with some English people. Like partying, especially with alcohol and everything, they might be like more. What does this guy want from me? Like, why is he being so open, so friendly?
Yeah, they're always suspicious when you're being, so nice and you want to communicate with them.
Yeah.
They start to
That's
be...
the most wonderful feeling God gave us, that we are in different ethnicity, so that we can know each other, we can mix. And when you understand and when you know that, okay, this human being, despite of its woman or man, the different ethnicity person you are meeting, and knowing each other cultures, thought, values, and everything, it's lovely. The people who doesn't want to mix with different ethnicity, I'll tell you guys, that's the biggest mistake, the biggest gift you are missing from God.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Like meeting with new people, talking to them, it's amazing.
Getting to know their culture, language.
But I will give one suggestion. When you're mixing with someone, mix with them formally. Don't put your culture, don't put his or her culture, mix formally, and then know their culture. Most of the time, especially Asian people, they do. in their mindset, let me tell you, in our mindset, we believe your culture is bad. Your culture is bad. My culture is superior, is really good. So they will try to teach you. Or, for an example, you guys, when you are 18, you guys
you guys,
leave
racist
your,
way. Say you guys.
because he's one, because rude, bro. So, especially European, right? They, when they're 18, they leave their house to do something in their own life, right? Without the help of their parents. We believe, oh, that's really bad. You are leaving your mom and dad. You are so selfish. So they will try to teach you, you should not go out of your house, blah, blah. No, leave that part. Try to know why they're leaving, what's in their culture. Then when you are meeting Asian people, try to learn. Some Europeans has the same thing. They told us, why you live with your parents? You are big men. You still are dependent with your parents. It's not about that. Try to learn why they live with their parents and why they leave the house. So if you respect each other, then you will know the culture. That's my suggestion to everyone. Then,
regardless of ethnicity, I guess, giving personal comments about people's life.
nice. I love them.
It's not nice, Even
It's
in
not
Asia,
nice.
Even in
I love
Asia, some parts of Asia, at least in my country, people do not give you personal comments. Some of them do, like everywhere else, okay, but mostly it doesn't happen. I said regardless of the parts of the world and the ethnicity and the background that you're coming from, I guess that you should not give them a personal comment, and you have to wait for them to ask you. Then
give me comment, please.
Yes. Then no. It's like What do you think about that?
Mohammed,
I've done this.
Mohammed, what do you think about Bengali?
I don't know. What do you think about
See, you're not giving me commitment. I'm asking you, but
your question is very abstract.
You should say, as I don't know many Bengalis, but I know you, Fardin. They're handsome, good-looking, intelligent, smart.
Okay, you love yourself a lot. Why?
I'm narcissist. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah, right.
So we lost our track. So
yes. So I was saying that I've seen after these 5 years that we have like a big culture gap. So I decided to open a business with one of my friends to welcome and home all of these Spanish-speaking tourists that's come to London. Because I feel like you were saying, like, it might take a longer time for a British person to open up and being friendly with someone. But there's also like many Spanish and speaking people in London. Like, you could be amazed. Like, Catalonia, it's a really small part of Spain. I sometimes go walking in my neighborhood and I listen like people speaking Catalan, and I'm like, what? Like, is this serious? So our main aim is to welcome all of this Spanish-speaking community, but also help Spanish students. So getting all the Spanish community together. So I'll get someone from, I don't know, Peru.
Jokes apart. So you wanna conquer the England with Spanish people?
No, just
colonize.
No,
colonize back.
I wanna link like all the Spanish community, Spanish-speaking community inside London, so they can help one another. For example, if a person from Peru, I was saying, comes to London and he wants to have a tour guide, I could provide them a Spanish student that I can give him the information. He studies a little bit and he gives them the tour guide, so there won't be this cultural gap.
As you can guide them, if they want to learn English, you can guide them to askEnglish, so that we can teach them English. I know. No, guys, search askEnglish. Yeah, sorry.
No, search Guías en Londres.
Obviously, do that. They have a very good. I have seen your Instagram page. Yeah. They have a really good plans regarding if you want to visit good places in London and UK as well, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm really saying it.
Yeah, what we want to stop is having this cultural gap. For example, also if you want to have an English teacher.
Yes.
If they're, for example, a Spanish student in London, they will have a really good level of English, and there won't be this cultural gap. Even with Bangladeshi
Yes.
teachers, there will be this cultural gap. But if you get students here from London or from the UK, and you make them join together, so the person from Peru that I was saying will be happy because he will be comfortable from a person.
Exactly.
Maybe I can even say, if I know that they're from Peru, I can even search for a Peruvian student, so they have something more in common to talk about.
Exactly.
But also the student will be happy to have this job because he will be gaining some money, because London is an expensive city to live in.
Indeed, it's very expensive.
So it's
So
linking.
just think how rich we are. Yeah.
So it's just our main aim of the business is just recommending restaurants, giving English classes, so when they come here to London, they have a better English, or if they are here, they want to improve their English, they can have these meetings with locals, like Hispanic locals here in London. But also more in the future, we were thinking also about opening like Instagram, but called the Gel, which would be a place where the Hispanic community would share all their experiences in London. So they know, okay, I'm gonna go to this place here and that place there, and not like mainly to touristy traps where they're like really expensive and the food is not that good or the life is not that good.
So, in short, if I describe it to make it easy, I'll give one story as well. That when you come to London, or a new place, new city, or like new country, you face many problems. You don't know, first, you don't know culture of that country. Then you don't know how everything like works in this country. So that time you really need the people from your country,
Exactly.
so that you can understand this country's culture, ethics, and everything in a new way. Not in a new way, in a proper way. I mean, so your company, can you tell the name again, please?
Guías in Londres. It's like
Guías en
In Londres.
Londres.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's like
Do you like my pronunciation?
Yeah.
Londres.
in Londres.
Yeah.
It's like guides in London. We want to be your guides.
Exactly.
See, what I left my house when I was 15 because I went to a boarding school here in the UK, and the main thing which I felt, which I was most scared, is that I was still young. And when you're young, you feel like, imagine your parents being this hand and you're just standing here. So if you fall, there's your parents and they
Yes.
can help you. But if you're alone and you fall, you're gonna fall to the ground,
Yes.
and that hurts. And you need to stand up again and try again, and you're gonna fall many times. The same thing I feel in London. If you come here alone, you will make many mistakes. Even if you come with
You're making me cry.
even,
I'm alone here.
Don't cry.
Yeah.
even if you come with a travel agency, they will plan everything. But once you're in London, you're alone. There's no one.
No
there.
one. Trust me, I face it. Yeah,
There's no
continue. No one. No
So-
one. And people will try to scam you in many ways. Like when you are alone and you are broken. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So what we want to do is help people have a job. I don't know, as English teachers, as tour guides. I don't know, many things. Like we mainly focus on now giving guides in museums, guides just in parks, central London, giving English classes, recommending restaurants, everything.
One question I have, I believe even the club culture is also different in Spain and UK, right? So even if you come here, you feel like, oh, I don't have friends and everything. Now let me go to a club. Trust me, it's a totally different culture. And from my background, my country doesn't have any club. Okay. So for us, like Bengalis or Pakistanis, Indians, they have a club. I don't know about Pakistanis, but I believe they don't have any club as they're Muslim nations. So it's a totally different thing. If you think like, oh yeah, my friend told me from America, the club is this. No, they will throw you out. I have a friend. I'm not going to tell his name. His name is Aman. I'm not going to say it. He has been thrown out for the accusation that he is bothering a girl, and the girl was his own girlfriend. This is UK. Okay. his girlfriend was saying, "Hey, no, he's not bothering me. He's my man."
No,
Like,
you are
no,
bothering
he's not
me.
your man. You shush. So you need your own people, own tribe to understand everything. It will take 3 months.
Right.
It will take 6 months or 1 year. But if you have a guidance like what he's mentioned, that it will take you 1 month or 2 months, and they will introduce you everything, like what to
Yeah.
do, how to do, right?
You need
And-
friends from your tribe.
Yes.
Yes.
With at least 1 year or 2 years
Of course,
Exactly.
yeah.
living
See,
experience.
when I came here to London, I like party. So I said I want to go.
Ooh, naughty boy.
I want to go to many parties because it was freshers. It was the start of uni. So I contacted an Instagram page to be a party promoter. So I did some publicity for them, and then I could go for free. But it was mainly like British parties, which they were fun, but they're different from Spain.
Yeah,
It's what you
I
were
do
saying.
agree.
But then in one of them, there was a boat party, and I got to know Sebastian, who
Yeah.
was my partner, and two other Peruvian friends, who paid, I think it was £60 for
Yes,
for
yes.
a boat party.
Sebastian told us, I
I-
guess.
Yes.
I went there for free, and they were like, such a shitty party.
Yeah.
We got scammed. And they were living in London for a year and a half already. But they
So-
got confused because they sell things for touristy people and everything, but then you just say, oh, but it's not what I expected. But then after me knowing them, I got to know all the Spanish clubs,
Mhm.
which is what I'm looking for because I'm from Spain. We have a different culture. So when you go there, there's not going to be many British people.
But
There's going to be like many Hispanic people. It's like going inside a club in Spain.
I'm gonna cut you for a while. I'm sorry, but I believe that just going to Spanish as a being Spanish person is gonna quite boring. My main point is to make why people should communicate with your organization, your business, is that first come here, go to some parties. Maybe anyone can go in Spanish party if he's Spanish, right? Or anyone can go Desi parties if he's Desi. Desi means Indian, Pakistani, Bengali.
Yeah, I just
And-
wanted to ask you about
yeah.
this. Okay.
And if you wanna go to Iranian parties, if you're Iranian, that's fine. You'll go there. You'll confident because you know they are my man, they are my people, my tribe. It's okay. The most important thing, if you come to his organizations, they will teach you everything within, like you will know within 1 month what normally takes like couple of years.
Yes, just with we, apart from doing TikTok and Instagram, that we just give free promotion to restaurants that we actually like and we usually go there,
Exactly.
and museums and everything. Just contact us, and it's nothing. It's just a phone call. I'm gonna be here for 5 days, or I just moved in. What would you recommend me to? Which area of London would you recommend me to stay, as a hotel or
Exactly.
as a house? Restaurants, if you wanna go clubbing, places
Yeah.
to club,
So,
activities. Because I've been living here for 5 years, and I know the places.
that is what I was making, the point I was making, that if you come here, you can experience the whole different culture, the different country in very comfortable and easy way,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. So now the Persian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what you were studying here. Oh, very big muscles.
I go
Okay.
to
So
gym every day.
tell us, what are you studying,
Mhm.
and why did you trying to do or doing forex trading?
Yes.
So please.
I'm studying English literature. That's because
You look very enthusiastic.
but I'm not that interested in English literature. I just
Then why did you choose it?
oh yeah, a good question
Because of your mom, dad pressure?
no, forget about
You
it.
are fake Asian. Bro. You're not Asian,
That's
bro.
just because I did my undergrad in English, teaching English.
Why? Because your father said so.
No, my father always liked me to be a doctor.
Now
But
you're
I wasn't
Asian.
that smart.
Now
enough
you're
to
totally Asian. Dad, what do you want? My son will become a doctor
be- yeah,
or
doctor
engineer.
or an engineer.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you fail your dad. That means you are successful as an Asian kid.
Right.
like me.
I think that's because they see their, I mean, what they wanted to become and they couldn't, in their son. And that's why they always want to do
Yes.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's
really
true.
common.
That's common in Spain
In
as well.
Spain, it's
All around the
common.
world. It's not just about
It's
Spain, Asia.
so especially while doing sports. In sports, usually the father practiced a sport, and then they want to get their kid to practice it since they're really young, and they push them so hard.
Your father did the same.
No, he didn't do much, but
So
I
your father failed as a father, Spanish father.
no, no. But I remember I was in a final because I played tennis, and I was playing the final with a guy.
Why you guys always play with guys? Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Eh? No, so I was playing the final match with a guy playing tennis, and then he won against me, and then what you would usually do is party, maybe have lunch,
Mhm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the father of that guy
Mhm.
got the guy from the court,
Mhm.
brought it to the swimming pool, and made him swim for maybe 2 hours
Why?
because he had to train more.
Oh my
while
God.
while I was having lunch and I could see him, and I was like, we just played a
That's
match for
strange.
No
we
wonder.
just
No.
We won it.
Yeah.
Look at us, how we're.
we
looking
just
at-
played a match of maybe
Dad, I love you.
3 hours
Yeah.
I'm
long.
proud of you. Even if you are Asian, you never did this with me.
Son, I love you. Dive into the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Like we played a match maybe for 3 hours long, and then he went swimming like for 2 hours straight without. Maybe he ate.
Spain is in Europe,
Maybe
right?
yeah. Maybe he ate a banana, but it was like really like he's good at tennis, but why? And maybe I was maybe 12 years old. I wasn't that old enough.
Oh,
But your dad never did this.
No.
Failure.
you're lucky.
He's not Hispanic. He's not Hispanic.
No.
Maybe he's from. He's a British.
British.
Oh, my son, it's okay. Live your life. What do you want to
British.
do? I want to become a homeless. Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's
I believe you can do it.
What are your plans to become a homeless?
Okay, so
I
you're
was
training.
saying that. Okay, I was saying about my undergrad because I studied English. First of all, because to come to the UK, you have different visa plans. So like student visa, work visa, everything. So I picked student visa because it was the quickest way to come to the UK. So, and why I picked English literature was because it was easier to get an admission.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, because my undergrad was English. I could change my subject, but visa chance would be even lower than that. And I got my visa in 5 weeks. Sorry, 5 days. Less than a
Really?
week. Yeah.
That's quick.
Yeah. And I was working with an agency, the visa agency in Iran, and they told me that you're the first client that got UK student visa in less than 1 week.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
And
I
so
have questions
I'm
to
here
the embassy of UK. Why? Why?
they're not listening to this podcast. I'm
Someday we will. Why?
sure. So, and the second reason why I came to the UK was that
The Home Office. Sorry, yeah.
so
The Home Office. They owe me £800.
No, I went to VFS Global on
Yeah,
Sunday.
and they are not still paying me. It has been 3 fucking months, and you gave that guy visa within 5 days. What rubbish you guys are doing?
Look at
Where's
that.
my money?
See the difference? That's because of differences.
Now who are
I know
Who
what
is
you're
racist? Tell me. Yeah.
And the second reason is that UK offers you 1 year program for master's studies.
Yeah, 1 year and 2 years.
Yeah, 1 year and 2 years, but mine was 1 year. So I found that okay, this is the best chance for me to come to the UK. And the third reason that is the most important is that forex trading, which is my side hustle.
No, wait. Forex trading is your side hustle?
It's
or
my
like
side, but it
it's
is
gonna
going
be-
to be
No,
my.
let me finish. It's gonna be your main business.
It's going to be my main business.
Okay.
After I finish my study,
Okay.
because I'm not going to teach English here. Even sometimes I see a 5-year or 6-year
So
old
you have
kid
only
can
one option: ask English.
and you know, sometimes I see a 6-year old kid can speak English even better than me. Okay.
Because it's their mother tongue.
Yeah, it's their mother tongue, so I make a lot of mistakes, but they're fluent in it.
But ask English doesn't make mistakes.
Okay. I try to not make, let's say, grammatical mistakes as much as possible, but it happens. You know, this is our second language. Anyway, forget about it.
Well, sorry. For you, you've been here for 3 months, right?
Yes.
Yes. But you, how long have you been here?
I have been here for 2 years now.
2 years. So after 2 years and listening like quite a lot to British people speaking, I feel like I can copy the British accent.
Yeah, that's good. And
But-
we should.
No, but the thing is, don't you feel a little stupid copying the British accent? I feel like I feel more comfortable even if I have a Spanish accent, speaking with the Spanish accent in English.
Okay,
which
that's
I
a
don't
really
do
nice
mistake.
topic. I will comment on that. Like, first of all, there's a saying. I always use that phrase. When you are in Rome, be like Roman. If I started live in Spain, and if I started talking Spanish, hola, mi llamo Fabien,
Yes.
mucho gusto.
Mucho.
So I know my accent in Spanish was not good.
Yeah.
Right? It was accent of Bengali accent speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay. So mi hablo español, right?
Yeah.
How you say a bit?
Un poco.
Un poco. Yeah. But I will prefer when I'm in Spain to get the accent like Spanish people.
Because
Why?
you're living in
It's
that
not, it's not
society.
it's not necessity, but it is important. Why? Because when I'm living there, I should be like them, not like them in nature. I should be like them in their language. I should be like them in their values. I should be, because otherwise I'm disrespecting their values. I have
Right.
no right to disrespect their values.
Right.
Yeah.
And when, for example, if I take you to my home
Do
country,
you believe that
uh,
speaking with your own accent is disrespecting?
no, let me
their
finish it.
values?
It's obviously not. That's why I said it's not necessity. It's important. Why it's important? For an example, if you come to my country, now you're going to start respecting my country's values, my values, cultural values, right? So then if you try to speak my Bengali, my accent Bengali, right? It will give you, it's not necessity, but it's important. Why? Because it will open few more doors for you.
Yeah.
That's it. If you speak in your own accent, that's fine, amazing, good, better, or best. But if you want to learn something in the form of that whole thing, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's right.
Right? I can say, if I study biology, I can say cockroach. It's okay. But it would be preferable, I will say, what's the biological name of cockroach? Do you know that?
Wow.
Something Americana.
Yeah.
Right? Something, then Americana.
Okay.
So doctors or those scientists, biologists, they will prefer that language. We will say like coronavirus. They will say COVID-19, COVID-18. So it's something like that. But if you speak in your accent, it's really fine. It's adorable. It's beautiful.
I believe as long as they can understand.
You know one thing.
That's it.
Other people, they don't, like most of the people, I have some students, they make fun out of Indian accent, right? Indian, I mean like South Indian accent. But personally me, I love that accent. I don't know why. It sounds good. I'm not because I'm Asian, I'm from Bangladesh. No, I love that. Then I love the accent of Spanish people when they speak in their accent. You know,
Yeah.
you guys say R or something like this.
Yes.
Oh, there's a car, something
Car.
like this.
Yeah.
I love that accent. I love it.
Even
But if you
Russians
say in a
pronounce
corporate,
her like that.
if you speak corporate, if you want to do something in corporate world, then you need to have the standard accent, not like
Yeah.
Cockney, ba'a, wa'a. No,
Yeah, it's what I mean. Like I can say, however,
yeah,
it's like Usually day a day, I don't force myself.
No, you don't need
Feel
to
comfortable
force.
with
Feel
your
comfortable.
own. Yeah, I believe in this quote that we have to feel comfortable with our own accent,
Of course.
but it gives you more privileges, as Fadin
Yes.
said.
For an example, you got like you got succeeded, like you become successful. Okay, pardon my English. You become successful, and then they invite you to BBC to talk about your business.
Yes.
Then you have to speak in RP accent, not Cockney, not any other UK accent. You have to be in RP accent,
Yeah.
right? If you know English, they will ask you, you know which language you want to do. You say English. So RP is standard. So that time it will open few more doors for you. That's it. But it's not necessity. It's not like you have to speak in that accent. No.
Yeah, compared to visitors to your country, okay, you're still in Spain.
Yeah.
You're you see two foreigners coming, and they both speak Spanish,
Yes.
but one of them is making, is making Spanish idioms
Yeah.
and using Spanish slang. So unintentionally, you start to feel like
Of course.
closer to the guy.
Yeah,
So
that's
it.
normal.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And I believe that it's a beauty in itself that when you are learning a language exactly in the form of that language, it's not like you have to speak in that accent.
Mm-hmm.
If I meet a person who is Bengali, I would prefer speaking my own language. No accent, no English, nothing in my language, right? In my country, they have accent as well. It's quite a bit similar with UK. It's a very small country, but every different district has a different accent. Okay? But when we meet, what we do, we have also a standard Bengali, which is RP this country. So we try to communicate first in that standard Bengali, and then when we become friends, we just talk in local accent.
That's it.
So it's okay, I believe. But first, don't focus on accent. Learn English. Learn the language.
Standard.
Make your accent a good accent. I like Russian accent.
Even
it sounds like like even they say I wanna eat some rice.
If you want to have money.
Yeah.
And you want to
it
get
sounds like that's
rich,
dangerous.
you
It depends.
To have that passion.
Yes.
And even in some English classes in the UK, when you teach students like water, they come to you. The supervisor says, "No, don't teach like that. Speak standard English. And teach standard English."
Yeah, I remember I used to say "wa" because I live in East Side, Hackney. So their accent is Cockney. They say "wa ba, let's go see." So the supervisor came to me and said, "Don't say it, sir. Please say it water, standard one." Even if the student saying in Cockney or any other accent, you have to speak in RP accent.
But in some parts of the world, those with British accent are even more respected. I don't know why. Maybe that's harder
British
to speak.
accent. What I believe that RP is more like respected, but Cockney or other accents, Birmingham's, their accents, they make fun of it.
Scottish.
Even British people doesn't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
I had a Scottish teacher back in Spain, which was one of my favorites. But at the beginning, it was so hard to understand.
Yeah, it's a different beauty, like different accents, different beauty. I like Jamaican accent, Nigerian accent.
Okay.
Man, how are you, man?
Yeah, you have to speak.
Man, come, man, let's go party.
It's
this is the way.
I have so many Nigerian friends, but when they mix up together, they clash one on top of the other, and it's sometimes a little bit difficult to understand because of their culture.
Yes,
but it's just like if you imagine I'm speaking and then you're Nigerian and you jump on top of me, because I know about their culture. I know that it's not that you are mean because you jumped on top of what I'm saying. But I know that your culture is like this.
No, my culture, they won't jump on you. They will wait for you to finish, and then they will talk. But as you said, it's their culture. It's not like they're bad. It's like it's in their culture.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's why I'm saying when you go to Nigeria, then you should follow that culture. You should jump
Yeah.
because they jump.
Yeah.
But when a Nigerian person come to UK, don't jump because they don't jump.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the place you
Right.
live in.
If you go to Saudi Arabia, don't hunt girls because they don't. Example. Or you wear jubba, their jubba, their traditional dress. That's fine. If you go to Bangladesh, my country, be like us. Be free. Talk to everyone. They're
Yeah,
welcoming. That's
right.
it. If you go to India, very beautiful country. Be like them. Pakistan, very beautiful country. Spain, very beautiful. Italy, mamma mia. Yeah, Iran. It's in my bucket list. I'll go there to do nose job. By the way, nose job doesn't mean
Oh, you know, we
anything
have
else.
the best
Nose job
plastic
means
surgery
nose
doctors
job
in Iran.
means you will have a plastic surgery for nose.
Yes, and we have the best. I mean, let's say doctors for that in Iran.
Yes.
People travel to Iran from all over the world to get a nose job.
Yes.
They're making-
That
it's
means
also
nose
cheap.
operation.
Yeah.
You should mention because there are very naughty people there.
Yeah, right. And if you want to get a nose job, I have a doctor too. Introduce. Yeah, back to the topic, the business idea that I have is that I'm currently planning to be able to open, let's say, account management forex company, so that I can, people can invest in me, and I can trade on behalf of them and then give them monthly profits.
Wow.
And it's a very, very rewarding job here. And let's say in UK is the best country in the world for this business. That's because we have the best mentors here, the biggest agencies like JP Morgan, all of these banks. So did you know that HSBC is one of the it has the biggest one of the biggest capitals trading in the market, in forex market?
I didn't know
So,
of that.
Yeah, that's the reason we have many workshops and
Thank you for
conferences
letting me
here. And there's also an Iranian guy working in a financial institute. There's a trading floor. He has the experience of trading in Bank of London and many other different institutions. And I contacted with them before coming to the UK. I'm also planning to visit them, so maybe to gain more experience and get familiar with the business. I hope that I will be able to work with them first.
That guy is Iranian, right?
He's
Your
Iranian.
mentor.
He's Iranian.
So one thing I can sum up with is that if you want to go to abroad for your studies, the main thing you need a very good organization who are really trying to make your life easy. Obviously, they're gonna profit. There's no organization, no business without profit. It's gonna be hobby then. But they will make your life easy. Talk to them, communicate with them, make the decisions when you're gonna come, take help for rent, for your job, for your career ambitions, and then you can come. For an example, as Muhammad said, that he has a mentor who lives here, who is Iranian, and as I mentioned earlier, that he already profit 100%, right?
Yeah, I had a profit.
Yeah, you had a profit 100%.
But that guy is filthy rich. So he has a company in Dubai, in Turkey, in London, and he's going to open the next one in Iran.
So my point was this, that he came here with the guidance of his mentor. Now he's doing really good. He made profit 100%. Then Paul, he came here. He didn't have any mentor, nothing. He learned everything by himself, and then he got to know that it would be easy for Spanish people that if someone guide those things in the beginning, right?
Yes, because mainly, especially for tourism, there's either like the mass type of tourism, which is like, I don't know, free tours and everything, or there's the luxury part of tourism. But most of it's very unpersonal.
Yeah, I believe like if you are a student, international student from any part of the world, if you are from Spain, you can communicate with him, and every details I will put in my descriptions. And if you're from Iran, I will put Muhammad's descriptions there. You can communicate there. And main thing is, if you are the student, you should know where you are heading, and you should prepare all the plan regarding from your graduation and what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And for that, first of all, if you're coming England, you need to learn English, right? The importance of English. So I would love to know, what do you think about the importance of English, learning English?
English, I think it's really important, especially if you're coming to a country which English is the main language.
Yes.
Because whenever I was thinking about where I want to go to study, I was thinking maybe about France, Russia, China. But then I thought
You
about
chose Russia for girls, I know. Yeah.
but then
Don't lie.
nah,
Don't lie.
but then I thought
Just
about
admit yes, then speak.
no, Russia. I thought about because genetics is a really new thing, and I thought, okay, Russians. The stereotype is that they're a little bit crazy, and maybe there's a
Are they?
company that some of my friends are. So I thought maybe there's a
They love big
company.
things. Like the dogs are big, the cars are big.
So I thought maybe there's a company there, maybe secretly doing some research on genetics. But then I thought about the best universities of Russia are gonna give their course in their main language, which is Russian.
Russian.
It's not gonna be in English. And in France, it's not gonna be in English. It's gonna be in French. But in the US, in the UK, and Australia mainly, where the main language is English,
In Canada.
and Canada.
Why didn't you choose Canada, then Australia, New Zealand, or US?
See, US, I was late for submission. Canada,
So your first choice was US.
yes, I wanted to go to UCLA, but I was late for submission because I had to write my personal statement.
Why US?
Because I had been in the UK for 3 years in Kent.
So
And I
you
said,
get bored
I-
of UK.
I said I want to
Explore.
travel, yes, because I like traveling. So I said I want to try the US. So I wanted to apply to UCLA.
Is it just because you were bored of UK? Or
Yes,
you found some potentials in US compared to the UK?
Because I think the UK is a really nice place to study, but the weather compared to Spain is not that
Rich
good.
problem.
Again.
The weather is not
The
that
weather
good.
is not good. I'm gonna leave you. Bye bye.
London is expensive, and the food is not that good either. So I thought, okay, maybe California,
London doesn't
the
have their
weather.
own food. It's a mixed food. It's a
Yes.
farrago of foods. Yeah.
Maybe California is also really good.
California.
in universities, yes.
But-
Like UCLA, it was my UCLA. I was studying a lot to go there.
Do you
But
think
then-
California isn't expensive to live in?
Yes, it's expensive.
It is still expensive.
It's still expensive, but there's nice weather.
Oh, yes, problem. Weather. Spain has a good weather.
Yes, but university is not good. That's why. So then Canada is a
But do you know one thing?
Yes.
That the degree from UK is accepted all over the world.
Yes. That's
But-
also a nice thing.
Yeah, but Canada or Australia or New Zealand, their degree is not accepted all over the world.
You know,
Really? I didn't know that.
I had
You didn't know that?
I always thought that
Even Canada.
because I was planning to move to Canada
no,
first.
no.
if you say
So I'm lucky to
if
be.
you study medicine in Spain and then you want to do a postgrad or you want to work as a doctor in the USA, one of my friends told me that you need to retake the final 2 years of medicine
Really?
in the US, or at least the final test, which the content may be different from Spain and the language is completely different, and they told me it's a quite really big test. So that's why he told me that he would either go and study in the US or the UK, because if you do it in the UK, it's gonna be less expensive.